Good morning to our viewers across the world. It's 8 a.m. here in Nigeria, in Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital, and you're tuned in to The Weekend Show exclusively on Africa Independent Television. The Weekend Show is where we bring you the best in lifestyle, politics, entertainment, and sports. On today's program, we have many special guests for you, so keep it locked with us as we bring you the headlines right after this. Welcome back to the program. Joining me are our correspondents, Ina Peters from the entertainment segment. Welcome, lady. Good morning. And Kelechi Onudiwe from our sports segment. So we're going to briefly go through the headlines of the week in the entertainment, sports, and political sector. For politics, dramas, ex-governor Fayose reports as EFCC with EFCC I Am Here t-shirts. I'm sure both of you saw that. On Tuesday, the 16th of October. As promised, let's show that video actually.
Well, gentlemen, you can see that easy. Calm down now. He wrote letter to EFCC.
Can you please?
Camera is blocking.
Camera is too close. He will submit himself on the 16th of October.
I am here in line with my promise that I will be here on the 16th of October. And like I said to EFCC, you should await my arrival. This morning they've been to my house, they've condoned off my street, which I feel personally is unnecessary, is unwarranted. When the man says he's coming, Nigerians should be given the benefit of the doubt. I have led Ekiti, and the best I could give, I've given. Therefore, every question, whatever they need to ask today, I would be able to respond appropriately. Thank you very much.
Government of contradictions, the great.
Well, it's been over 72 hours and Governor Fayose, ex-Governor Fayose, is still in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. A lot of Nigerians have responded to that and said that they believe he's being unjustly held. So we'll see how that plays out in the coming weeks. A pipeline belonging to the Pipelines and Product Marketing Commission, PPMC, exploded at Abia State, burning over 50 people to death. The vice presidential candidate Peter Obi went there to visit the governor and pay his respects to the people, to the families who lost loved ones during that pipeline explosion. The governor also recently celebrated his birthday, where he pledged a sum of 8.5 million naira to the victims' families. The former vice president and now presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, also donated the sum of about 10 million naira. Kayode Fayemi was sworn in as the governor of Ekiti State, and his promise to restore free education in Ekiti. A lot of people have said, how is he going to go about this, given the fact that Ekiti has not, the former governor who just left office, has not paid salaries for over 6 months in Ekiti State. So there's already a backlog of debt. So how is he going to be able to ensure that every citizen in that state is going to be entitled to free education? So let's take a look at that video, and when we come back, we'll talk about it some more.
We breathe on it is too sacred for those without souls to inhale. This land is ours, and it shall be free. The land is free. Ekiti, the words of the poem I just read was written by my beloved wife, Erelu Olabisi Fayemi, and it captures the essence of the hope we all shared as we patiently waited for this day. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. For today we reclaim our land from the hands of those that have held us captive. I must start by paying special homage to those that came before us and upon whose labors our generation is building. Our forebears of ages past.
Well, you heard it there. Kelechi, what do you think?
Yeah, well, so, some say it's the introvert taking over from the showman, but he tried to calm the people down and say, I'm not here for vendetta. Let's see how far he gets with that. But for the free education, I don't know how easy that is, because there's still, you know, backlog of salaries and all that stuff to be paid. So where he's going to get the money to fund that, I don't know. And I think that's why people, you know, are wondering how he's going to do that.
Yeah, well, time will tell. Moving on, Boko Haram kills another aid worker, Hawa Liman, and threatens the federal government that they will also enslave Leah Shaibu and won't release her. We've spoken out about this so many times. It's actually quite frustrating now. And the federal government is saying that they've done all in their power to ensure that the captives of Boko Haram are set free. But their demands are also ridiculous. Boko Haram is asking for the release of those who have been caught perpetrating crimes, people who need to still remain in detention. So a lot of people are wondering, you know, what is truly the way forward? Ina, I know we were discussing this earlier and we were talking about the feedback from social media.
Yeah, so a lot of people are really sad and affected by this, and people have been sending, you know, their condolences to her family. It's really, really sad that, you know, in spite of doing good, people still want to just harm you when you're even trying to do good. I mean, it's really, really sad. So I really hope people, and it will also discourage a lot of people that want to actually lend a helping hand to the people that need it. So the government really needs to do something about it, and, you know, not just stories this time around.
Most definitely. The international community has spoken out about it, Nigerians from all walks of life. So we'll just hope, pray, and you know, encourage our federal government to do more. Very lastly, there was a rowdy session at the Senate over the week. Senator Akpabio and the Senate President disagreed over what position the former minority leader should sit. So let's take a look at that video. Drama, drama, drama.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from all of this, I don't know if you noticed Senator Shehu Sanu. He was just like, let them argue. You know, really,
he was literally just sitting there looking at the whole thing. But yes, but the background to that story was that the Senate President had asked Senator Akpabio to move to a seat where the microphone was working. Yeah. And he thought that the Senate President was trying to stop him from speaking due to the fact that he recently decamped from the PDP to the All Progressive Congress. But enough about politics. Sports, entertainment, tell me what's going on.
Okay, so for entertainment, during the week, we saw the beginning of the Celebration 2018. Now, this is an annual celebration to honor the legacy of the late Fela Anikulapo Kuti. So it began on the 15th and it will run to 21st, that is tomorrow. So great arts like Simi, Seun Kuti, Femi Kuti, Adekunle Gold, Sir Shino Peters, they will all be there, you know, just to honor the works of Fela. And of course, it's not just about music. There would be art exhibitions as well, and school debates. So looking forward to that. And it just falls in line with, you know, his posthumous birthday as well. So this is definitely amazing. So if you're around anywhere that these shows are happening, go and experience Fela like never before.
Is there anything happening in Abuja?
No, and you know, it's, I mean, well, once in a while we've seen Femi Kuti and Seun Kuti come to Abuja, but it's not, you know, a common or a normal thing. I think it would be nice if it becomes a norm, because we also love Fela, right? Next up, so of course, during the week, again, Olamide Badoo signed 3 young artists to YBNL, 2 rappers and 1 singer. The rappers go by the name Picasso and Yomi Blaze, while the singer is known as Fireboy. Now, apparently, these boys, have been rapping and singing, and it was just, their lucky day, a viral video. Literally, and he saw it, and people were like, oh, this Picasso guy raps like Olamide needs to get these people, and Olamide did it. He signed them, and we can only hope for the best for them as their career move on. And yeah, let's see what they bring to the table. And next up is over to the floor. Well, it's still in Africa, but we're talking about the US stars now. So Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West were in Uganda this week, and they gifted the president of Uganda a Yeezy pair, and that's what you can see right now. And they were actually given Ugandan names that I cannot pronounce, so I'm not even going to offend anyone. But what they also did was that they went to a local school, and he gave out, several pairs of Yeezys to these children. Wow. And you imagine one is like how much? Yeah, so imagine, what they did. Personally, I'll probably sell it. But
especially for those who are struggling
exactly. But it's the thought of giving something this expensive, and just trying to reach out as little as they can. Yeah. And also good news to all the royal lovers. Remember when
Meghan
and Markle, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry walked down, the aisle, and remember the Stand By Me rendition and everything that wedding had. Well, there's good news, because the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are expecting their first child together. Yes.
Do you think they'll name, if it's a girl, do you think they'll name her Osasu?
Why?
Why not? I mean, it's such a beautiful name.
I mean, Ina is also like an amazing name.
I think they'll go for Kelechi.
Oh, wow.
Really? But yes, I think everyone is definitely looking forward to this, and we're happy for the couple, really, because they're an amazing couple. You can just see the love, in their eyes. I remember this week a video was trending of Trump and Melania. Yeah, and it was raining, and then he stepped away from her with the umbrella and all. And then at a function in London, it was Meghan and Harry, and she was holding his umbrella. So it was just like, this is US and this is UK.
And it was funny because one of his aides actually came up to try and hold the umbrella over him, and he said, no, my wife's got this. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Yeah. Well, that is also so many things happen, but yeah, these ones are definitely the stories that stood out this
awesome week. And I also saw a video of Kanye dancing to some local music. I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even know, but you cannot be talented in like everything, I guess. God will give you one and then leave the rest.
Well, it looked nice though.
The video.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way he was dancing. He was probably making a mess of the steps, but I thought I liked it.
Look, I can't dance, but Kanye's own. Oh no. That was terrible. But what's going on in the sports world?
Oh, quite a lot. Last weekend, no league matches across Europe. That's what most of the men in this world look forward to every weekend. But the league games are back this weekend, and we're coming back with quite some very massive matches. Particularly, the one that catches everyone's eye is the one in England. In fact, just about 3 hours from now, Chelsea against Manchester United at Stamford Bridge. It's got so many storylines about it. Chelsea, one of the teams at the top, they are currently second and just on goals difference. But Manchester United is so far back at the table. But that's not the problem. The problem is everyone is wondering what result will Manchester United next get that leads to the sack of Jose Mourinho, their mercurial, Portuguese manager. He's an eccentric. He talks. People say he's got a loud mouth, and he never seems to, keep a lead on it. Each time United has a poor result, he says something that arouses the supporters, and everybody and the media. But earlier this week, United's old players who were there when the club was very successful were like saying, people have been criticizing them, the current players saying, why are you guys, running us down? You should support us now that we are down. Well, when the game goes down today, Mourinho is probably going to try to change something since he left Chelsea and joined Man United. 3 times he's gone there, 3 times he's lost. So everybody's just wanting to watch what he's going to do, because every result is key to whether he is going to stay or not. Already, the media in England, they've lined up a whole lot of successors, you know, for him, Zinedine Zidane, Antonio Conte, you know, even some coaches who are in other clubs like Diego Simeone. So nobody exactly knows what's going to happen. There are big games too. Inter Milan against AC Milan, the Milan derby in Italy. It also goes down, and then Sevilla against Barcelona, 2 of the top 3 in Spain going head to head. So everyone wants to see exactly how that's going to go down. Then something we started that everyone seems to love, the goal of the week. Last week, Nigeria did move from 3rd position in their Nations Cup qualifying group to 1st, and that was because of 2 victories against Libya. The first one, a great victory in Uyo, 4-0 against the North Africans. Now, somebody scored a hat-trick there, Dion Igalo, but that wasn't the talking point as far as our goal of the week is concerned. It's the last goal that was scored by Samuel Carlo. It was, you know, a wonderful-looking goal. So there's one more goal we'll consider, but I guess when we get to that segment, we'll look at it. You know, Raheem Sterling against Spain, a cracking, you know, goal. A lot of people have been following that on social media. And away from football, there's a potential fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Russian who beat Conor McGregor. He has called out Floyd Mayweather, the unbeaten 5-weight world boxing champion, and he thinks, you know, that he can. I don't know if people say he's going for the money, and some others say he says that he wants to beat Mayweather. He wants to have that honor as the only guy to have beaten Mayweather. But Mayweather says, guy, you know what? Bring it on. I'm the A-class guy, so you want to play my planet? Bring it on. That's what he says. And once he says that, guys start heading to the banks.
So Floyd Mayweather is going to come out of retirement to fight.
Anytime he sees enough money, he comes out of retirement. So that's what he does.
And I saw a video of him saying to Manny Pacquiao in a club that he would want to fight him again.
He actually says he wants to fight him this December. So nobody knows if both fights are going to come off. But usually, once Floyd is talking, money is talking, you know, people want to drop cash. Last time against Conor, he made $275 million, you know, just for that one fight. So
I think we chose the wrong career path.
So and the guy, you know, he doesn't hesitate to flaunt his money. And then for those who love driving, I'm one of them, the Formula 1 Grand Prix, the US leg is holding at Austin, Texas tomorrow, and he could see Lewis Hamilton, the Briton, you know, winning his 5th world title, and he joins the legends. He'll become just about the 3rd man ever to have won 5 after Manuel Fangio and Schumacher. So a lot to look forward to. I'll have a guest actually by the time, you know, it comes out to discuss all this.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Kelechi. Thank you so much, Ina. We'll take a short break right now. When we return, we'll bring you more in the lifestyle segment of the Weekend Show. Don't go anywhere.